7 Secret Signals of Your Subconscious. How to Understand Important Messages. Welcome to Spirita Vivo. Sometimes I ask myself the question, how does my subconscious communicate with me? What secret messages is it trying to convey to me, and why? Are there signs I should look for to better understand these messages?
In today's podcast, we will look at the fascinating interaction between our conscious and subconscious minds, which has long been the subject of science. We'll discover how our subconscious mind sends important information and learn to recognize these subtle signals to live a more fulfilling and confident life. Pay close attention to signals is advisable because the subconscious mind is trying to tell us something. The influence of the interplay between the conscious and the subconscious mind has occupied science for a long time. Sigmund Freud's groundbreaking findings laid the foundation for us to pay more attention to the part of our perception we are unaware of. This part is also called the unconscious and plays a crucial role in our thinking, feeling, and acting. The main difference between these two levels of thinking, feeling, and cognition lies in the frequency at which the signals are received. When we talk to other people, we hear what they say, recognize their body language, and the nuances of their voice and how they speak. All these impressions are perceived and processed by our conscious mind. At the same time, our subconscious scans between the lines, pay attention to our counterpart's body language, and filters out background noise. When something speaks loudly out of us, we should trust it, because our subconscious mind shares its knowledge with us, and our intuition is always known to be right. In today's podcast, we would like to present 7 clear signs that the subconscious mind urgently wants to tell us something. The first sign, we dream the same thing repeatedly. Compared to our conscious mind, our subconscious mind often gets the short end of the stick in our daily lives, even though it struggles to advise or warn us throughout the day. But in our perception, it usually takes only a subordinate role. At night, however, our dreams are the stage for our unconscious insights. What is ignored and pushed aside during the day is extensively compensated for at night. In sleep, we cannot interpose our mind as a barrier to reason. Our subconscious, which works with emotions, vibrations, and hunches, has free rein to communicate everything it wants to tell us. If this information is particularly valuable for us, or there is even danger and urgency, these dream sequences return so often until we understand their message. In addition, our dreams process trains of thought that logic or reason might not want to allow us to do during the day. We dream of a great love or a career change, but during the day may not find the courage to face these desires of the heart. If it is really important to us, they will keep haunting us in our dreams until we listen. The second sign, the subconscious mind sends us a message when accomplished facts block our way. Our free will is the most important instrument to achieve our goals. When this is blocked, and we are confronted with fait accompli, this can also be a message from our subconscious. We may also be too exhausted to devote ourselves to the matter, or relentless procrastination may again have us firmly in its grip. If you find yourself at an impasse emotionally, mentally, or actually, it's meant to be. If you involuntarily end up in the breakdown lane, it's probably for your safety. Who knows what tragedies lurk around the next corner that you'll be spared this way. The third sign. Our subconscious wants to tell us something. It is a sparking idea. A flash of inspiration is the clearest message directly from our subconscious. We all know it. We are just dealing with banal things or going for a relaxed walk when the solution to a long-standing problem suddenly flashes in our brain, or we finally know how to get out of a difficult situation elegantly and confidently. The fourth sign that our subconscious sends us a message is when we suddenly come up with the right words for complicated conversations and realize that previously dark thoughts have spread through our minds. These spontaneous inspirations are not a product of our mind, although the ability to solve problems falls within its purview. Such precious moments are breakthroughs in which our subconscious succeeds in discovering a crack in the wall of logic and reason. We can then feel such sparking ideas. They feel like a warm pulse of energy around our hearts. The sixth sign our subconscious wants to tell us something is when our body rebels. Physical symptoms are the most powerful tool available to our intuition, and therefore our subconscious to draw our attention to a particular part of our lives. Our physical shell is then mercilessly instrumentalized to draw our attention to something. An example of this is insomnia. It is always an alarm sign and should definitely be taken care of. There are good reasons why something keeps us awake at night and deprives us of sleep. If this condition persists, sleep deprivation can also seriously affect our health and ability to concentrate. Instead, use those sleepless nights to figure out the cause. If you suffer from chronic fatigue and exhaustion and everything seems to be a struggle, this may also be a message from your subconscious. Perhaps you are carrying a heavy burden that you don't want to recognize. You may have said yes too often lately, when a no would have been the better answer. When everything in life becomes too much for us, it feels like a headache. There are about 200 different types of headaches in total that can make our lives hell. Even recognized experts have a hard time distinguishing them. If someone has an unusually frequent headache, there is probably no underlying physical cause. Unresolved conflicts, smoking problems, hardship, and long overdue decisions are often the causes of headaches. Tension in the back or neck is like the framework of a scale. When everything is in balance and equilibrium, we feel fine. However, if there is an imbalance, we feel it painfully. It can be because our body tenses up due to conscious and unconscious problems in construction sites, even at the mere thought of it. We may not notice it immediately, but the pain that comes with it is not long in coming. The seventh sign that our subconscious mind is trying to tell us something is when a fleeting thought keeps coming up. The gentle counterpart of the fiery mind is a quick thought. Like a mist, it falls into our perception repeatedly but leaves no lasting impression. Its secret superpower lies in its repetition and persistence until it is finally heard. When such thoughts drift through our minds, it may indicate that our subconscious wants to tell us something. Our conclusion today. We talked about how our subconscious transmit important information to us. Sigmund Freud pointed out a long time ago that our subconscious mind plays an important role in our thoughts, feelings, and actions. It receives signals more subtly than our conscious mind, and can thus convey important messages to us. For example, our subconscious mind shows us what we otherwise do not perceive or repress in our dreams. Physical symptoms can also be a message that our subconscious sends us. If we suddenly think of the right words or have a brilliant idea, this is often a clear signal that our subconscious wants to tell us something. By paying close attention to these signals and taking them seriously, we can better understand ourselves, realize our potential, and live a fulfilling life. It is time to appreciate the interplay of consciousness and subconsciousness, and to integrate its wisdom into our daily lives, to improve our lives. If today's podcast inspired you, feel free to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel to never miss a new episode. We'd really appreciate it. Thank you, and see you soon on our channel.